Hi friends, welcome to this video. Today we are talking about these headphones. This is, and I am looking at a screen to tell me what these are because I cannot for the life of me remember what they're called because Sony has weird names for their headphones. It's also on the inside here, but they just have a weird naming convention for their headphones. So it's the WH-1000XM4. I do wish they would name it something better, so if I want to talk about it, it's a little bit easier. So yeah, let's just get into it. I got these, which are, I don't remember what color they call these. They're like tan or beige. I would say they're more of a neutral gray. They do appear a little more gray to me than tan, but it's kind of somewhere in between. They fit really nicely. I love the way they fit. Some headphones I do have to extend. I don't have to do that for these because they naturally fit on my head just fine. I don't know, maybe I have a small head, but that is something to keep in mind. They do extend a decent amount though. They're also quite light, which I really appreciate. I feel like these are really good for traveling simply because they are so light. The other pair of headphones you can see over there, these are the only other pair of headphones that I've actually had. They're the Hyperx Cloud mix, and while they are overall good headphones, they're a lot heavier, and I feel like they squeeze my head. They don't have this flexibility right here, and they kind of squeeze my head, and as someone who wears glasses, it squeezes on the glasses and sometimes it can kind of give me headaches. They're also a lot heavier, which I feel like kind of contributes to that. These are a lot lighter. They come out more. These on the little pads here are a lot squishier. Like they squish very easily. It's hard to really tell on camera, but they squish down very easily. I think they're very comfortable if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's all the like aesthetic things. It does also say left and right so that you know. On the inside, you also notice that they have this, and this is for the sound quality. So that's another way of telling. There are these two little things up here that is not to charge, that is on the bottom. And there is a little port, I guess, down there as well. And your power button is right here, and then you have a custom button and you can tell it what to do. So I believe the custom button automatically comes set to turn on ambient sound or do noise canceling. And that is the main reason I got these headphones, was for the noise canceling. In this room where I am, I have Thomas, my boyfriend, he has a computer set up over there. I have a computer set up here, and sometimes there's a lot of noise if the computer's fans come on. Also right in front of me, there's a washer and dryer, so if those are on, it gets really loud. There's also a Roomba that sometimes comes around and that gets loud. So overall, this room can get quite loud, and it's nice to have something that can cancel that noise comfortably. So that I can listen to something and actually focus without feeling like I'm going insane and having a lot of sensory overload. I'm one of those people that has a hard time with lots of different noises and lots of loud noises. So these help me kind of tune things out and just mentally make me feel better. Another cool thing about these headphones is that there is an app that controls them and can turn certain settings off and on. So there is a setting that I personally have turned off, and that is that it will sense if you're talking. And so if you stop talking, it'll immediately stop your stuff and then turn off sound canceling so that you can have a conversation with somebody else without having to turn the headphones off. I just find that unnecessary because I am mostly just wearing it at home. I just don't really need that. The other option, which I actually really like, is that you can put your hand over the right like this, and it'll dim the sound of anything you're listening to, turn off noise canceling, and you can hear someone who's talking to you. And what's really interesting and kind of like felt weird the first time I did this is that their voice will come through the speakers. So it's not like you're hearing it outside of the headphones, it's coming through the headphones, if that makes sense. And even your own voice does that as well, which is odd sounding, but I kind of like it. The problem that I have with the HyperXs, again, is while I'm wearing the headphones, if I am talking, I can't hear myself very well. I sound super muffled and it kind of bothers me. As where with these, my voice will actually come through the speakers, so I feel like I'm hearing myself just a little bit better. Another interesting feature is that, as I was saying, if you hold your hand over the right ear cup, it's a touch screen, and that's obviously how it senses it. So you can actually motion control to skip songs or turn the volume up or turn it down, and so that's kind of convenient. I sort of like it and I sort of don't. If I'm being honest, I kind of enjoy having buttons for the volume, like the HyperXs. The problem I have is if my volume is set super low or super high, the time that it's going to take for me to just sit there swiping over and over again is going to take forever, and so I end up just changing it on my phone or on my computer regardless, and so I'm not using this as much. I will say one of the coolest features of this that I really appreciate is that you can connect to 2 devices at once. And that does not mean that you can have both devices playing at the same time. What it does mean is I can have these connected to my phone and to my computer. And if somebody calls me, if I answer that call, it'll immediately answer on my headphones instead of me having to turn Bluetooth off on my computer and then connect it to my phone, and then whoever I'm talking to is waiting. It automatically connects, and it does that pretty seamlessly. I've tested it a couple times. So yeah, I really like that feature. The only time that it's annoying is when I turn these on, it will automatically connect to my computer and my phone. And if I want to scroll through Instagram on my phone while I'm waiting for a game or something to load, I do have to disconnect from Bluetooth, so that can be a little bit annoying. But for the most part, it's a good feature. Quality-wise, I don't know about call quality because mostly I talk to my mom. And honestly, for me, that's not something that's really that important. The sound canceling is what's important. So I've tested this in a variety of scenarios, and there are some sounds that it's better at canceling and some sounds that it's not as great at. So I would say generally the lower frequency or the more like bass sounds are canceled out a lot easier. So my washer and dryer are canceled out pretty easily. My fans are canceled out pretty easily. But if you're washing dishes and you have water running, that seems to come through a little bit more easily. I also wore these while I was mowing the yard, and they did a decent job. I mean, you have to consider the fact that a lawnmower is ridiculously loud, and it's not meant to cancel something that loud, but it does a decent job. And if you just turn the volume up a little more, you don't hear it as much. I am actually really impressed with the way that these work. The headphones also come conveniently with a carrying case, which I appreciate. Again, with the HyperXs, you can't fold them down. There's no carrying case, and so I'm always kind of scared to travel with it because I don't want to put them in my backpack and have them break. So this comes with some cords and stuff, you know, that you need. I will say the way that you fold this down does feel a bit awkward to me. Let's see if I can even do it. So yeah, I think there we go. I did it. This is how you fold it. And it's not that weird once you've done it a few times, but I haven't actually taken it with me anywhere yet. Realistically, at some point when I get on a plane, eventually, these will be really nice to carry. It's just nice and compact, and I like that they fold down. I think I really covered what I need to cover. The sound quality while you're actually listening is great. I honestly haven't had any problems with that at all. So, zero complaints. I've also had connectivity issues occasionally with that in my computer, and I haven't really had that with these. I don't know, those are also starting to get old. I am, for the most part, replacing those headphones with these. The only problem that I've had is when I use Adobe Rush, for some reason, the sound won't connect to these headphones. And I'm sure there's a way to figure it out and mess with it, and it's probably just glitching, but I haven't figured it out. As soon as I do figure out, these will be replacing those because they're better quality, they're more comfortable, they don't hurt my head. I have no reason not to replace those. So for now, all I'm using those for is editing, and that's totally fine. I think those might have a better call quality, maybe, but I haven't tested it, like once you put the actual mic on, because these don't have the mic. So yeah, those will be getting replaced most likely by these guys. The price point is higher. Those I want to say were like 100, 150 or something like that. And it might be even less now because they are an older model. As where this, I think I paid about $300 including tax, but it was on sale. So it was cheaper than if I bought it full price. I think it was like 50 bucks off or something like that. So they are definitely a higher price point, but if you can afford it, I do recommend them. They are now my go-to headphones. Even walking around the house and doing laundry. Previously, because my other headphones were so heavy and would hurt my head after a couple hours, I was using my AirPods all the time. The problem with the AirPods is like, I don't know, they just feel gross in your ear after a while. I do prefer wearing headphones if I can, and so now I'm mostly switching to these. Anyway, that's my little review of those. Hopefully that was informative. If you have any questions, definitely let me know because there's probably something that I missed or am unaware of with these headphones. I watched some other YouTube videos before I decided to make the purchase. And to some extent I was spurred on by my boyfriend because he wanted them. And then I was like, well, I kind of want them too. I've been wanting some good headphones for a while now. So we both bought them at the same time. He got black, as you can kind of see slightly. His whole setup is more black. Mine's more gray, pink, white. So I went with the tan, which I would say is more of a neutral gray. Even on this case, you can see it is more gray than is tan, I would say. So their pictures online are a little bit misleading. Anyway, that is the end of this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh, and if there's any other tech that you want me to try out, let me know. I don't make a habit of spending a ton of money on things, but here and there, as things need to be upgraded, I do, like this chair. Except that work bought this for me, and like keyboards and stuff like that. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, or if you want to know about my setup, let me know. Anyway,